crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Your way, babe. Look to find your way. Yeah, take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Way, babe. Look to find your way.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice, pay that. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hot behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, if I see it, I cop it, yeah, hey, yeah, let's go, let's.
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Running through stores, if I see it, I rock it. Yeah, girl, if you see it, I got it. Run it up more, we need all the profit. 100 racks back up in summer 16. Spent that whole bag on a whole summer dream. Life's complicated, no Avril Lavigne. Copped a new condo to blow us some steam. All these rappers just rapping in triplets. Pushing that product, just got a new shipment. Pushing that roll 50 over the limit. Cushion that blow, I don't get why they with it. We at the top and we throwing the game. All of these peasants will know of my name. All of these blessings, we staying the same. The drip is fluorescent, I'm going insane. Royal genetics all up in my veins. Back me a real one and gave her my name. All of these issues, but no one to blame. Praying that God will just show me the way. Changing the game, got the source code, and I'm off-road and my horses go skirt. One in the same day, of course, no, we in first, yo, all my niggas we were. Fake into fame, but we all know, cause the source told all you niggas just learn. Talking and saying y'all pseudo, and it's true though, y'all just popping them perks. Taking the stage, got a few shows, let the crew know it's a clouse in the dirt. I am the king and it's my throne, y'all are kind though, they keep calling me Xerxes.
Be at the top if I see it, I cop it. All this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it. We at the top if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it.
We only got one life, I'ma get that. If you with that, do not sit back and just wish that you had it. Despite all your witchcraft and your riffraff, this is my gift and you wish that you had it. Tonight gonna bump trap, gonna thump that. Drums in the back and you know that we have it. Girls like where the one at, need to run back. Flee from these niggas, you know that they savage. They acting macho like they Randy Savage. They call me Pablo, the kingpin is at it. I am Apollo, you Rocky, I've had it. Y'all can just follow cause niggas is slacking. I am Jack Sparrow, my verses is cracking. I am the ghost and you rappers is Pac-Man. Out in the coast and I'm getting more blacking. Y'all acting hairy, I'm grabbing the waxing.
Top if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lobster and shrimp if I see it, I cop it. I am that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Get off your ass and go to the fucking gym right now.
You have no power here.
Go to the fucking gym. You look great.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 29 and 76 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you be.
Fucking Catalina
wine.
All right, fam, welcome. Happy Swole Slut Saturday. Drop that hashtag in the comments down below, hashtag triple S. It is Swole Slut Saturday after all. And also, what did you smash today? What did you train today? Papa did some legs and it was great. It was a great leg day, great Christie day. Someone else said just finished a Christie workout, so good for you. And let us know what you trained down in the comments below. 7 pillars every day. There's something to be done today. It's Saturday. doesn't mean you don't make sick fucking gains. That'd just be ridiculous. All right, fam. Let's hit the like button, subscribe, follow wherever you're watching and listening, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. It helps tremendously. And check out all the links down below to join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Let's just get right into some of those Swole fam posts. What do you hear? What do you say? Let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, I need to get some, let me get some bull milk, everyone. Have you guys had bull milk lately? I know that a lot of you have been looking for an optimal protein, but what you might not know is that bull milk is absolutely fire. I've done a couple videos on TikTok and Instagram and stuff talking about bull milk, YouTube X. So anyway, if you want all the amino acids, we're talking about the highest bioavailable protein in the world that I can find. It is just assimilated right away. You want to make some gains. Get yourself some bull milk. It's funny. I mean, sometimes I get a little bit too overzealous. I get like the bull milk mustache. You guys know how it goes. All right, let's get into those first. It's like chunky. It's like, I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. All right, Mark, first Swole fan post. What we got?
What's in the box?
All right, first Swole fan post from Mark. Mark says, "Happy Friday, fam. I got my 2 Swole cards in the mail, so I was finally able to put them in a frame and hang them up. Put it right by my door, so it's the last thing I see when I leave and first thing I see when I come in. I'm very happy with this and the plan on continuing to gather and frame more Swole cards as they come in. Here we go. All in one shot. Hashtag Fef, but my thyroid, Swole After Dark, 7 Pillars, Papa Solio 2024. Collect them all. Gotta catch them all." I like it. So those are the cards, all those hashtags. He's got the 7 Pillars, but my thyroid. That's a sick card. That was that's very artistic. Swole After Dark, Fef, and 7 Pillars. Nice spread. That's a nice spread. I like it. I likey. All right, we got 2 more Swole fan posts, then we're getting to a couple emails, then we'll get to some questions, so sit tight if you got a question. Nancy says, we got a question right now. Sometimes in the Swole fan post, sometimes in the tip, we have a question. I have a rotisserie chicken carcass and some ribeye bones. Can I combine them for bone broth? Right? Man, that was a typo. This is only the broth I make for my dog anyhow. A rotisserie chicken carcass. What do you mean? Like one of those from Costco or something? Some ribeye bones. Can I combine them for broth? I guess you could put anything in a broth, can't you? I guess when does it become a stew? I don't know. I don't make broth for the dogs, but they eat raw beef and raw liver and raw dairy and whatever. We give them treats and stuff like that. So can you combine them? I don't know. I don't give the dogs broth. If I gave them broth, I would give them the same broth that I eat. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Beef and chicken, it doesn't matter. It's going to be broth anyway. So it's for your dogs. I'm sure that's fine. I was looking at that carefully. I was wondering if you were feeding. Well, I got some bull milk in my beard. I think if you were giving your dog, you don't want to give them cooked bones. You don't want them getting, because they're softer and they're going to eat and get like bone shards and stuff. If you give your dog a bone, just want to make sure you keep an eye. Rufus has the deer antlers because everything else he'll just destroy. All right, Natasha, interested on Papa's thoughts on beef protein isolate. I know the amino acid profile is a bit skewed. I add in additional essential amino acids to top up the leucine content. I just like the fact it's more like juice instead of milky, and I can neck it. Where's that from? What term is that? I guess chug it? Is that what neck it means? I've never heard anyone say that. I'm assuming it means like you pound it. I like the fact that it's more like juice instead of milky, and I can neck it together with my Vitargo, electrolytes, and creatine HCl. 15 minutes pre-workout without any digestion issues, I guess. I get up at 5 to train at 5:30, so this is really working for me to get some fast energy in. Cannot tolerate whey. Tried many times. I think you just figured it out. I appreciate you being curious about my opinion. I don't have anything against beef protein isolate. I think I might have had something once. But protein, when it comes to, I guess depends on how it's processed, the quality, if there's any heavy metals in it from processing, if there's anything else, or stabilizers or flavorings or things. But you have to figure out what works best for you. I personally don't consume beef protein isolate, but I eat beef all the time. So if you're getting dehydrated beef, it's like beef jerky. It's different forms of it. Some with more water, some that are cooked, some that are baked or fried or whatever methods you use. I mean, in the oven or on the stovetop or with a machine dehydrator. I'm assuming they just dehydrate and then dry it out like crazy and then pulverize it and powderize it or whatever. So, I mean, I don't think you need to do it though. I'm curious as to Natasha's nutrition overall. I'm curious as to what she does in general, what her nutrition is like. A lot of people think that because they're training, they need a protein powder. I get this question all the time. Papa Swole, I just started going to the gym, want to put on muscle. What's a good protein to take? Food. Food. Protein. Food. From food. From food. Eat food. You know, it's not like lifting is different than consuming food. I do think in general, I think there's a lot more variability with protein intake. And I think probably two things. I think sometimes when it comes to bodybuilding, people overdo protein. I think people put too much pressure on protein in terms of supplements. And the thing is, the reason why people take supplements for protein is because if you're trying to get in a gram per pound of body weight or something like that, protein is so satisfying. It's so filling that it's hard to get in a lot of it when you're eating whole foods. You're eating eggs or beef and chicken. It's a lot of that. So man, if I could just drink 40, okay, check that off. But it's not necessarily the same thing. You're not getting the same value. You're not getting the same vitamins and minerals that you are in actual protein, actual food. So as a female, I'll be honest, as a female, because of just general women's body weight to maintain muscle mass, most women don't need to take a protein powder. Would you all agree with that? And I'm saying that just because in terms of mass, you need to eat the food. You can get plenty of protein from food, especially as a female. If you're a guy, I think that's where, I'm not saying women can't supplement, but I'm just saying most women, especially now, they eat like birds, especially with the vegan kick and plant-based and low fat or all these, I don't know. You see these things that people eat, like the girls eat, the fitness influencers. I see all of the fitness influencers. They have this little granola bowl and it has the little banana slices made in a circle. You know, they slide it under. They have the camera from a vertical angle. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like they slide it in. It's like, ooh, my little granola with some flaxseed and a banana cut on top with a little drizzle of honey. What the fuck are you eating? Like, what is this shit? What is this shit? I look at that. I'm like, what? Where's the food? What are you eating? Why are you eating birdseed? That's my opinion. Okay. Why are you eating bird food? It's this weird granola overnight or oats with, it's just gross. It's just like cardboard sludge. The fuck are you eating? I'm fine with fruit and things like that, but it's a small amount. So they'll do that and they slide it out. And they're like 250 calories or like 400. It's like, where's the food? What are you eating today? You get to the end of the day and I'm like, where's the protein? But the problem is a lot of these people, they count everything of protein. they'll count the protein in oatmeal. You know, they will have oatmeal and they'll count, well, I just ate half a loaf of bread. Not saying a woman would eat a half of, but you know, they'll look at the back of oatmeal and wow, I had 1 cup. That's 6 grams of protein. They add that in. No, it's not a complete protein. That's not bioavailable protein. That's, you know, the phytic acid. I'm just saying it's gross. So I was just talking in general. I went off on that. So Natasha essentially tried this. If she said she cannot tolerate whey, Natasha, I don't know if you've tried grass-fed and finished Jersey cow or A2 whey protein, maybe concentrate, maybe that it's not, you know, super processed or doesn't have any fillers. Maybe it's soy or the soy lecithin or sunflower lecithin. You can get those without. Might be a little more expensive. But again, you don't have to have whey. You just need protein. You need complete proteins. I just don't know if you need to be adding in essential amino acids. If you're just eating food, you don't need to supplement with that kind of stuff. You know, BCAAs, EAAs, it's like eat food, eat proteins, eat complete animal proteins, and you're fine. So I think really you just solved the issue. You can't tolerate whey, so you found something else. And I'm not saying you can't have your beef protein isolate. What's Vitargo? I've heard that. I feel like I know what that is. What's Vitargo? Let me look it up. KS Vitargo. Vitargo. Is that like a muscle hydrator or some shit? Vitargo is a revolutionary life source of energy. You say, okay, it's definitely not that. Jesus Christ. A revolutionary life. That's from their website. Vitargo is a revolutionary life source of energy. Well, that's a claim. Vitargo carbohydrate powder. Vitargo isn't just faster than dextrose, simple sugars, or other complex carb powders. It's the fastest carbohydrate from mouth to muscle. Oh, so it's for like Ironman and marathon and stuff like that. It's for like endurance training. Or lifting. I don't know. Whatever. I feel like I might have taken this like 15 years ago. Anyway. Bull milk. Is it electrolytes though? Well, she said Vitargo, electrolytes and creatine. So is it an electrolyte? Does it have electrolytes in it? Or is it? Why Vitargo? Come on, I don't want to. All right, whatever. Do you guys care? Do you want to look up this Vitargo stuff anymore? I'm just curious. But anyway, my thoughts on you figure out what works best for you. Look, if you're taking those things, I personally don't take. Look, I'm just telling you what I do. I don't take essential amino acids. I don't take BCAAs. I don't take Vitargo. I take creatine. I take electrolytes, magnesium, and stuff like that. Anyway. But I've taken those things before. I haven't in a long time. And I don't see any need to take it. What I have been playing around lately is actually, because I had some glutamine and I've heard some good things recently about some new evidence behind, I think it was like glutamine was like electrolyte gut absorption or something like that. So you guys can poke around with that. I'm not going to do it live here, but so I'm decided to start adding that in with like my morning drink with my electrolytes and creatine in the morning or before and around a workout. I've been training great. I've been feeling great anyway. So I can't necessarily attribute it to adding glutamine in, but I've been having great workouts and I feel good. So that's how you have to do it. You have to do it things subtly over time, learn more information, maybe add it back in small quantities, try different things, and you find what works. You find what works and you play around. And there's a lot of different ways. So when people, a lot of different ways didn't. So she says, cannot tolerate whey. Tried many times. There's a lot of, I've tried whey. I've had a lot of whey during the years. And what I take now, that's grass-fed. I believe it's grass-fed and finished. It's Jersey cows. It's great. And it's a whey protein concentrate. It's no soy, no lecithin, no soy or sunflower lecithin, no flavor. It's fine on my gut, which is like, whoa. So I stuck with it. I didn't do anything for a long time. So there's a lot of shit. So trying whey, you probably didn't try this. You probably haven't tried quality or, really quality whey protein. There's a big difference. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't have problems, but just saying. Okay, let's get into email response. But I want ice cream. Oh, but my ice cream. Oh, but Papa Swole, oh, my ice cream. Francine responding to this email. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com if you want to jump on this pony. Get on the email list for free. Francine says, that's interesting. While I like ice cream, my mother and I were just discussing watermelon. 'Tis the season. I find fruit like pears, apples, and kiwi more refreshing. It's also cantaloupe season. Francine, you were all over the place in this email. You just stopped sentences halfway through and just... Anyway, sounds like you like fruit. Ice cream, I make ice cream. When I say, oh, fuck your ice cream, I mean that ultra-processed soybean oil shit. But I make my own ice cream. Take raw cream and mangoes, blend them up with an egg yolk or two and some maple syrup or some honey and put some fruit in there, like mangoes, raw cream, just with some ice or frozen fruit. And it's like a raw cream sorbet. It's fantastic. You can put a little protein powder if you want in there. It's delicious. It's delicious. But if you go and you get Breyers, you're going to get soybean oil and cornstarch and, added cane sugar and all this shit. It'll taste just like ice cream and better, and it's actually real food that you're consuming. Okay, let's see here. Maurice says exactly right. I can't believe these people asking me how to get rid of their fat bellies, but absolutely refuse to give up any of their shit habits. But I like sugar. Life without sugar is boring. End quote. Okay, so you don't respect yourself enough to actually remedy your inflammation and fat gut and your sick liver that's crying for help. You do you then, and shut the fuck up. I like Maurice. Anyway, that was my rant, Papa. I love your podcast, and you have been an inspiration to me for years now, even though I'm not an official part of the Swole fam. Keep it up. Maurice, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. This is what I'm talking about. You can be part of the Swole fam. Yeah, we have the official Swole fam. We have the insiders. We do the round tables. We have the accountability meetings. We do the overtime segments. We're in the chat and stuff like that. But all of you listening to the show, you're a part of the greater Swole fam, and I appreciate you. The email's free. Email list is free. So I'm sending out emails pretty much every day and respond to them. I love to read them. Thank you. Appreciate you, Maurice. And maybe when the app comes out, maybe you could jump on. We'll do some really cool launch specials and stuff for the app. I keep getting bull milk in my beard. We'll do some cool specials for the launch of the app later this year, and it'd be sweet. All right, let's get into some Knowledge Cock, fam. Let's do it. All right, hashtag Ask Papa Swole, yo. Drop it in the chat, and I'm going to get to your questions. Lacey. All right, first one's from Lacey. Papa Swole, what's the theory with electrolytes needing sugar to absorb? What is with the theory? I don't know. I don't know exactly. But it's been a long time since I was looking. I'm not deep in the physiology anymore, but I would assume maybe there's something when you have sugar or glucose in the system. There could be certain ion channels. You have potassium and sodium and the flow through the cells. Maybe the glucose aids in triggering open ion channel exchange or something like that. And they free flow. They flow more freely and absorb better or something. That would be a guess just on, it sounds like it's right, but it might not be. It sounds right. So just keep that in mind. I don't know for sure. Because you said, what is the theory? I don't know what the theory is. I just made one, though. Sounds right. So we'll go with it. Hey, it's fact. It's facts now. It's facts. I said it.
We choose truth over facts.
You heard it on a podcast. It came out of this dude's mouth on the internet. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true now.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Okay. Perfect soundboard. Sounds scientific. Let's go. Does Papa need to trim the beard? What's today? Saturday? This Wednesday, I think it gets trimmed. It looks still good. It kept its shape. By the way, I don't brush this thing at all. I really don't. It maintains so well. You know, if I take a shower, it kind of is fine. I don't really brush it. I oil it sometimes, but I'm not like sitting here brushing my beard. It's just trimmed really. She does a great job. Mel says GNC Way will give you the shits. Yeah, you'll blow your asshole out. You'll blow your asshole out. It's just Alex Knobs. All right, A Knobs. Let's see what we got here. Oh, God. What a great question. What a great question. Papa Swole, do you recommend breast milk for muscle growth? Listen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just make sure you ask first. And then get after it, son. What I would recommend, it's even better than breast milk. You probably want to go with bull milk. If you get it from a bull's teat, you're gonna be much more satisfied with the outcome. Much more filling. Just watch out for that bull milk mustache. Director Jones 21, do you check your weight every day immediately after exercising? Oh God, no. No, I definitely don't. Every day, I certainly don't. You can, to be honest, let's talk a little bit about it. That actually does have principle. So if you go in the sauna, you weigh yourself before and after the sauna, you actually know how much water approximately that you lost. And maybe you lost half a pound of water. You can replenish that, or with electrolytes, you can actually get more tactical. And this is what people do when they do endurance training, because they have to know how to remineralize and how to rehydrate properly. Because if you're doing 2 hours of cardio, 3 hours of cardio, you're doing excessive ultra marathons or Ironman triathlons, you're losing tons of water. So actually weighing yourself, depending on some people do cycling and shit twice a day. Some people do fucking crazy amounts of cardio. You know, they do tons of endurance shit. So for those people, it would be more applicable to weigh yourself on a more regular basis during the day, so you know how you track those things. You track your heart rate. You would track your resting. For people that are serious with endurance training, you check your resting heart rate first thing in the morning, so you can get your baseline to see if it starts to trend elevated, which means you're kind of under recovering, because cardiovascular training and endurance stuff like that is very taxing on the cardiovascular system and the nervous system. So people, if you're not testing these things, you're not going to notice like, oh, my heart rate's been elevated for the past 3 weeks. I'm feeling sluggish, and you're just pushing through. You don't realize that you're just blasting yourself and your hormones are all fucked up and you're not seeing progress. And that's what the average person does. They just fly by the seat of their pants and they wonder why they don't get results. So, but the only reason I do have a scale is because when we got Tainty Man, I wanted to make sure, I wanted to weigh him. I wanted to see how he was growing and weigh him. So now I just hop on it once in a while. Like later on, I might put it down. It's not accurate in the afternoon or evening, but I might just do that. Like, hey, I'm this. It's not really accurate, but I just use it and I fuck around just to get an idea. But I also know if I'm going to weigh myself probably after the podcast, it's not accurate at all. I'd have to be doing it regularly in the morning, first thing, that kind of stuff. I just don't care enough. But I keep an eye on it. So if it's going up, look, if I'm putting on fat or muscle or both, it's going to be going up. I want my weight to trend up over time. I do. The most important thing is that it's not trending up super fast. I'm not getting super fat. I'm not just getting heavier and my strength isn't going up. So if I'm not improving, if I'm not getting stronger, if I'm not building muscle, I don't want to keep the weight to keep on going up. It just means I'm putting on fat. All right. That bull milk, goddamn. That's fire. E.G. Huckleberry. Huckleberry?
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game.
E.G. Huckleberry. I'm your Huckleberry. All right, Papa Swolio, trying to get swole, but I work night shift. Advice, just lift and eat, question mark. Oof, that's rough, dude. My recommendation would be get off that night shift if you can. I know they probably pay more. Maybe what you do is specifically better at night, or the job that you have in that area, in that spot is only night. I get it. You can't just necessarily change, but it's going to fuck you up. There's no benefit to reversing. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can't just, well, I get 8 hours during the day from 12 to, you'll adapt. You'll adapt. You'll get used to it, but it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for you long term. It could take years off your life. It's going to take years off your life because of cortisol and someone leaf blowing or some shit. Perfect. Do it on a Saturday night. Why not? Do it at Saturday at 7 p.m. Let's fucking leaf blow. You guys probably can't hear that. So yeah, lift and eat. Sure. If you're trying to get swole, then can you do it? Can you get swole working night shift? Yeah. I've seen people do it. They're a bouncer at a club, or they work security and they walk around, it's security at a department store. I would say security at remember when like you would say, oh, I work security at a department store. You'd say that and people, do you remember maybe like 20 years ago, security at a department store was like a joke of a job, right? Used to be like, oh, I work security. You see the security person in there. Now it's like being in Fallujah. They're just people storming stores all the time, just masks on. You have 30 people that run in and just start robbing the place. So you're in the middle of it. It's not a joke. It's not a joke job anymore. You actually have to be fucking head on a swivel. And then you're not allowed to actually arrest them. So you're just there for show. Like, I'm here. Someone might come in with a gun and rob the place, but you're not going to die for that store. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, because of the night shift thing. Papa Thanasakis. Good name. Papa Swolio, are pre-workouts really necessary? It depends on what you define as necessary. Necessary to lift? No. Necessary to make progress? No. But supplements can definitely benefit you in making that progress. I'm not saying you can't make, in terms of being natural, then I think supplements actually become effective, right? I would consider electrolyte supplement. That's a supplement, something I'm not getting. You're consuming it. So it's really hard to it's kind of weird what we just determine supplements, because if I'm eating food, that's going in my mouth. I put electrolytes in my mouth. What's the difference? I know we would call one a supplement, the other one food, but I mean, I'm just consuming it, right? So it's like I'm putting it in my body. But anyway. So are they really, if you're going to take 2 scoops of shut the fuck up, absolutely. I would make it 3. This guy needs 3. But in terms of pre-workouts, necessary in general, no, but to optimize, probably I would say pre-workout is beneficial. It is actually beneficial because pre-workout isn't generic. There isn't pre-workout. There are many different things you could take. You could take a tablespoon of honey. You can take some citrulline malate. You can take beta-alanine, creatine, glutamine, and BCA, not BCAAs, but electrolytes and magnesium. You can play around with different things. I wouldn't worry about doing something crazy right off the bat. The problem with a lot of these pre-workouts, they have caffeine. So there are definitely benefits from taking some of these things that are not stimulants. I didn't say anything about caffeine. If I want energy and I want to train, I usually train in the afternoon lately, because one, it's just hot as fuck. So if I wake up, I train super early. Okay. But I like to be up for a little bit before I lift. I like to be up for a little bit. I like to kind of decompress and unwind, like waking up and going right into like heavy lifting. I've done that before. I could do it again. It's just not what I do right now, maybe in the future. So I go through like different phases. But anyway, there's a lot of different things that you can do. You just have to try different things. You have to try and see what works best for you. So anything you take before your workout is a pre-workout. Maybe it's an apple half an hour before. There's a lot of different. When my cold plunge was working for a period, I would jump in the cold plunge, just get freaking wake me up, or just kind of send that like rush of energy through your body, and then I would warm up and lift. But that's when it was working, motherfucker. Bryce Caudill, Papa Swolio, how much should you lift if you're a runner? YOU apostrophe RE. How much should you lift if you're a runner? I would say that depends on what that means. What are you doing? How long? How often? Professionally? Recreationally? I mean, when you say you're a runner, what does that mean? Do you really compete? Or do you just like to run and your identity for yourself as a runner? It's like, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to be a better runner? Is that what you want to lift? Or do you want to lift for health? Because you have to be very careful. I would say when it comes to running, I would say it probably needs to be, I would say probably higher intensity, less volume, or less frequency, especially to start. Because remember, like when you're lifting, it takes a lot longer for the tendons and ligaments to adapt. And if you're running, you're still using the same body. There's still impact. So you can definitely overtrain, or you can get fatigued and stiff and have like delayed, especially as you first start lifting. It's very easy to overdo it and then get an injury, because then you go running and everything's sore and in shock, and kind of have that fatigue and local breakdown, quote unquote, like the damage or the response. So it can, especially as you start lifting, it can be a little bit more tentative. So it depends on what kind of runner, I would say. Do you have an off season, or you're just like, I like to run, I'm a runner, should I lift? Well, why do you want to lift? Not that you shouldn't, but what's your priority? And then if you're lifting to make yourself a better runner, then my recommendation would be you get a running coach, or someone who really knows the ins and outs of how you can periodize and what exercise will be good for that type of running. The way you would train or lift for sprinting is much different than you would for marathon running, even if you even would do it. I don't know if marathon runners lift, or they just do like very light or high reps, or I don't know what top marathon athletes do. Because having a lot more mass it's not a good thing. Nunuham, Papa Swolio, do you become dependent on magnesium glycinate if taken for sleep? Not that I'm aware of. Like, do you become dependent on, if you don't take your magnesium glycinate, will it be harder for you to fall asleep? I guess it depends. Because here's the thing. Sometimes if I'm laying in bed, if I forget to take it, and I'm in bed and I realize, oh, I didn't take my magnesium, I get up and take it, because then in my head, I know that I didn't take it. I would rather get up for a second, put a little drop in down the hatch and not a lot of water, and go back to sleep. And then psychologically know I did it, and I'll sleep better. So there's also the placebo effect of knowing I didn't take it. Then you're in the back of your head, are you going to sleep well? You're going to be frustrated trying to fall asleep, because in the back of your head, you know that, you know what I'm saying? But not that I've noticed. So it's not like melatonin, where that can throw off your balance. I know a lot of people that have issues. I can't speak on the exact like mechanism completely, but I know I've heard that you really want to only use melatonin if you're going through different time zones for jet lag and stuff. But whenever I traveled back across the country, I would just train. I would exercise and kind of reset. It feels good when you lift. So when I was traveling, I was doing usually training seminars and stuff anyway. So I would go and meet the place and be like, hey, can I come? I'm here. Because I would go there and I would train, and then I can shower at the hotel. So I usually go right to the gym or the locker room, or go to the hotel and then go to the site, because usually the site was at a gym. So I was doing demos and stuff and working with trainers and gyms, teaching them for certification stuff. So That's also beneficial. So I don't know about dependence. I was going to sleep without taking magnesium glycinate. What I did benefit from taking magnesium glycinate is my cramping. Ooh, gone, man. Gone. Any of you deal with muscle cramping? By the way, if your eye's twitching, I know I do like the eye twitching for a joke on the Instagram videos or the reels and stuff that I post. But if you have eye twitches, that's telltale classic magnesium deficiency. Most people have magnesium deficiency. So if you have like restless leg syndrome or cramps or twitches, supplement with magnesium. Start with like 500 milligrams a day and go from there. And anytime I do legs, I used to have massive, nasty cramps. And this was also because I wasn't taking electrolytes, but most electrolyte powders, like I take Redmond Hydration, it doesn't have enough magnesium or potassium, too much sodium. All of them have the same amount of sodium. It's like too much. The ratios are off. So I like a lot more magnesium. So I just take extra. I buy it. It's cheap. I just buy the powder. I weigh it. Boom. I just pop it all the time. If I feel like I'll do a little bit in the morning with my electrolytes. Before leg day, for like my pre-workout mix, I'll have that, put a little bit in. After this, I'll have a little bit more. I just sat for a while. I don't want to cramp after this, so I'll go and I'll have some magnesium. It'll be great. Actually, I put some in my shake afterwards, so I already had a little bit. That's why I feel pretty good. But I'm telling you, I used to have such bad cramps where I'd be like fucking screaming, like bad. And then I started taking electrolytes, much better. Still had problems. Remember when I used to talk about the magnesium spray, the magnesium oil spray? Didn't really work that well. I would put it all over, but then it would kind of like burn my legs sometimes. I'll put too much on and I would get irritated and it was all over my hands and it would be sticky. I didn't like it. It didn't work. It worked for a little bit, but then it didn't really work. And then when I started taking magnesium glycinate, I'm telling gone. If I ever have like a little cramping, I just take some more magnesium and I'm fine. And sometimes I'm like, I read and it says, take 500 milligrams a day. Sometimes I'm taking 2 grams a day. I don't know what the limit is or what you shouldn't be taking, but you can get like diarrhea and stuff. So if you feel, but I also drink a lot of kefir. So it's like, I had 2 pounds of yogurt yesterday. Well, maybe that's why it was, maybe it wasn't the magnesium. So it depends on what you eat too. But anyway, I probably get like 1,500 milligrams a day. And I feel great. I feel fine. I'll take a gram at night. I was taking 500. Now I'm like, I just prefer to take extra. Take some magnesium threonate too. It might be too much. I might not need that much. But I take at least 500 at night. I don't necessarily. I'll take a little, like put a little extra. It's like 750. I'm like, fuck it. All right. Let's see. 1 or 2 more, and then we'll do a video or two. Let me see. Can you snort creatine? Asking for a friend from Big City Writer. Oof. I would not do that. I want to tell you to do it and to film it, but I don't want you to get hurt. I would not do that. Sean Martin, 15. Thoughts on vitamins? Are they a waste of money or actually beneficial? I eat beef liver. At this point, I would say there's probably companies out there that make food grade vitamins that actually could be beneficial. I have not looked into it. I have not taken anything. I don't like the green powders and that kind of stuff, but I take supplements, but I'm not taking like a full spectrum vitamin or anything like that. I think beef liver is enough, to be honest. I eat beef liver pretty much every day. So, but do I think a lot of the ones, sometimes you take one of these pills like from Costco, these big like compressed wax, they're tablets and they just don't digest. You shit them out. So a lot of those things don't digest, or the form of the vitamin or mineral that they put in there doesn't absorb or doesn't break down properly. So it really depends. That's such a vague question. There's so many things out there that can work and that can be beneficial, but it's like, there's more out there that's shit than that's good. That's for sure. Megan, hey, Papa Swole, I cleaned up my diet. I went to the fucking gym and now I'm growing a cum dumpling. Oh, I like Leg cramps are ass. I've been using magnesium oil before bed and it helps. I'm calling that pregnant from now on. You have a cum dumpling. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's great. Cum dumpling, she's pregnant. Cum dumpling. That's fucking great. All right, who the hell? I gotta check the front door. I wonder if it's coming from behind. Oh my God, that's great. A cum dumpling. So now it's going to call pregnancy from now on. You have a cum dumpling. So magnesium oil before bed and it helps. Have you tried magnesium glycinate? Again, you're pregnant. I don't think that should be a problem though. Have you looked into that? Have you tried it where you refer to your medical practitioner, your medical staff and your team? Make sure it fits your protocol, not medical advice. But just wondering, have you ever tried magnesium glycinate? That should be, if anything, that'd probably be beneficial for a fetus. But I don't know if there's certain things that you're like, shouldn't do. But, you know, the medical system for pregnancy is a fucking disaster. It's gnarly. Anyway, Megan says, no more back rubs. Aw, no more back rubs.
Because
You have a back rub and then boom, cum dumpling. That's enough. Let's go into some balls deep. That's it. That's a sign. We have to end the show. We got to end it quick. That beats bun in the oven. Cum dumpling. Let's see. Megan says, I got told not to take magnesium, which is odd, hey? But I'm no doctor. They did tell me to get the flu shot, though. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. The flu shot? Where do you live? Gross. Fuck, I would never get a fucking, fuck that. Ugh. You're pregnant. They told you to get a flu shot. That's some sick shit. Ah, it's fucking gross. That's gross. I hope you didn't do that. Not medical advice, my opinion. Fuck, get another fucking doctor. Holy. Makes me want to throw up. Anyway. Yeah, you're on, she's watching on YouTube. Everyone else is like, no. Elizabeth says, ignore that doctor immediately. Oh, they want you to, are they going to give a COVID jab into the fetus? Just all the way through? You're in Australia. Oh, boy. Yeah. I watched, was it the New Zealand? She's like, if you won't, like, you have to get your teeth. You have to get your teeth and we can let you go. But otherwise you have to go to the camps if you don't get your teeth. Did you guys see that? I posted on X like a couple weeks ago. If you don't get your teeth. Evil people. Get your teeth. Let me see if I can pull it up. That was really bad. I think I called her an evil cunt. And I posted it. Oh, yeah, here it is. But this is, what, the Jacaranda, right? This is from New Zealand. Close enough. Australia, New Zealand. Same thing. Let's see. Yeah, evil cunt. Let's do this one. Hold on, let me zoom in. Oh, don't get your teased. There we go. Hold on a second. Don't get your teased.
Refuses to be tested. What do we do if someone refuses to be tested? Well, they can't now. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test. What do we do if someone refuses?
Did you guys just hear that, though? Did you listen to that? Yo. I'm going to play that again. So you can listen to this shit. This is New Zealand Prime Minister. Is she still the chief twat in New Zealand?
What do we do if someone refuses to be tested? Well, they can't now. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test.
We'll just keep you in the facility longer, aka essentially a concentration camp, you know, in like the lockdown, quarantine or whatever. Remember, like in 2021, you know, whatever it was, remember they said they were building all these quarantine camps that weren't going to be done until 2025. I'm sure they didn't stop building those. They're building it for the next scamdemic. They're building it for the next one. Megan says we don't claim those sheep fuckers. And she goes, oh my God, no, that's like the US and Canada being the same. Oof, don't you dare call me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare call me one of those moose knuckles. All right. All right, well, that was gross. Get your teased. So Megan, you're pregnant and you got the cum dumpling. Make sure you get your teased. Get your magnesium teased. Get your magnesium teased. Otherwise you can't make gains. So get your teased. All right. Get your teased. Get your magnesium teased. All right, check this out. So, believe it or not, I don't know if I want. I want to know your guys' opinion on this. All right, Elizabeth is gonna laugh. It's another video. I reposted it about Planet Fitness. My opinion might not be. I want you guys to see this. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say it first, but I'm gonna play it, and I'm curious as to your opinions on this. All right, so everyone, just what do you think? What's your impression of this video? So before I play it, actually, let me bring the screen. Before I play it, this is just I reposted this from Libs of TikTok. I'm glad Elizabeth is here. So, but this is not so much like, it's not exactly the same thing. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just play the video. Fuck, you don't have to read like the prompt. So let's play this. And then it says on the screen, it says, am I overreacting or was this totally not okay? I am so upset. I'm so upset and I'm not trying to be dramatic. There's some drama. Let's just put it that way in this presentation. All right. Just let me play it. I want to hear your opinions. Ready? Here we go. Wait, it's called, so the TLDR, woman claims she was, I will tell you, a woman claims she was topless in the Planet Fitness women's locker room and a male employee was there looking at her. So a male employee of Planet Fitness, not like a person, not a man pretending to be a woman, whatever. She went to the front desk and they brushed her off. Let's see what we got. Let's see.
Trying to be dramatic, but I'm literally shaking. 3 days a week, I go to the same gym and I change in the locker room and it's always the same fucking thing. Well, today, as I was changing and I was topless, I look over and a man that works at the fucking gym is coming out of the women's restroom. And he looked at me and we made eye contact and I am not trying to be dramatic, but I did not have a shirt on, I did not have a bra on, and I just feel really violated that he saw me. I go to this gym all the time. I change in the women's locker room, which means I am accepting a risk that other women might see me, and I am okay with that. But I just feel like really yucky that a man saw part of my naked body that I did not want to see my naked body. And I totally embarrassed myself because I couldn't, it was hard for me to like come down and again. I'm really not trying to be dramatic, but it was hard for me to come down from it, and I just went to the front desk and I was like, that's fucking unacceptable. And I basically went off and cussed this dude out. And then the chick at the front desk, she's like, ma'am, like, he was talking to you calmly. I'm like, this is a big fucking deal. And also at this gym, they have a free membership for teenagers all summer. I'm like, what if that had been an underage girl who was just, I don't know. I think I'm just triggered, but it just really upset me. And it upset me that, like, they were so nonchalant about it as if it's not a big deal. I think it is a big deal.
All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't think anyone thinks it's acceptable. Now, of course, this is just something that was on, I guess it was on TikTok. Libs of TikTok reposted it on X. I don't know. You know, I don't know anything else. I don't know the whole story. I don't have the camera footage from the front desk. So, you know, this is just her. But I will say, I mean, one, if there's a employee sitting there in the women's locker room or coming out of the bathroom, unacceptable. But I do think it's like, I also do feel, how frail are we now? You know, a guy came out and just walked out. Like, I don't think, he said, was he looking at me or he just happened to see? I'm not saying it was appropriate, but like, I don't know. It's just, to make a video, like, really free. I mean, she's freaking out. I don't know. It's not like she was attacked. Some dude saw her, but it's a violation. Like, you're not expecting. So it almost feels like you got the rug sweep. It's not like she stepped on a strip club stage or something like that. You know, she's just, it's definitely supposed to be women only. Someone said the plot twist, gay women go into those locker rooms. Yeah, I know that's not good. That's not an invalid point. Just being honest. That's not even, that's a valid point. There are women that would find, maybe the dude didn't find you attractive, but there's a woman in there that does find you attractive. But it's also the physical threat. It's like the natural physical threat of a male is overwhelmingly more. Well, Lacey says, rather than running to the front desk and making a video, she should have confronted the issue right then and there. Lacey is really team like cock punch. So Lacey was saying, I would have ended it right there and just drove my shin right through his taint. I do understand. Violence is not the answer, Lacey. So settle down. Calm your tits, Lacey. It just seems she's a little bit more out of control. I mean, I'm not saying this to insult her. You know, I'm not saying this to insult her. I don't know the whole layout. I don't know how far away it was. Like, the thing is, like, did he come out and like almost like bumped into her? You know, I know what she says. She's freaking out in the car. I think really she's probably much more like ramped up. I think the reason why she's so ramped up, because I'm trying to figure, I'm like, yo, either like we really need to have like the stability in this country, even from, it just seems like a reaction that might be outsized, even though it's fucked up. But I really don't think it was necessarily that she feels violated. I think it's just because she went to the front desk, and you know, when you're angry and you're freaking out and you're telling someone, you get more amped up. So then she's probably, that's what I come to the conclusion. So at first, when I first watched it, I was more like, yo, she's really overamped. What actually happened probably was that happened. Then she went to the front desk, and then she went from like an 8.5 to like a 12. And then she came to the car and she stormed out, whatever. And now she's in there like, and she's like out of breath because she literally like just got into the car. And now she's like ranting on the internet instead of calling the cops, or I don't know who else you would call, I guess a lawyer, whatever. But just a couple thoughts. Like, that's what I think the transition is, because she's super amped up. It doesn't make sense. Like how, like, we don't have enough details. We don't. But let's just talk about the principles. Like, if there's a dude, but here's the thing. There are male janitors. You don't always have a female janitor. They have to clean the locker rooms. So did she say he walked out and like zipped up? He walked out of the bathroom, you know? Did he walk out of the bathroom? I think she said that. The bathroom, but is she calling the bathroom the locker room? Was he in the toilet in the locker, because you go in the locker room and there's lockers, right? There's lockers, you go this direction, there's showers and stalls and sinks, and then you go the other direction probably, and there's cubbies and locks. The standard locker room, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know about putting it on. That's another weird thing. I'm just saying there's a couple weird things, and this is not against her. It's fucked up. There shouldn't be doing there, but usually they'll say janitor, they'll put a sign up and say, hey, we're currently cleaning the restroom. There's a male in the locker room, a male staff member, right? It will say there's a male staff member. I've seen those signs. They would have a sign, or, when those like, cuidado, piso mojado. They have those little, the guy, like the little stick figure slipping, like, or he's doing like a, Super Mario. Boop, boop, boop. So anyway, so you have the little sign there, and I've seen where they put a piece of tape up and it's like something printed out in a standard printer, like big 96 font. Currently male staff member cleaning facilities, be advised, or something like that. So I've seen that. There could have been a sign up while he was cleaning, like maybe but she was in there. He went in there. Maybe he didn't see her. Maybe she came in afterwards and said, fuck it, I'm going to go in there. I didn't see anyone. I don't know. But again, this would be a case for like a lawyer and who knows. And he said, she said. The thing is, we know this isn't the first time Planet Fitness has done this shit. It's not the first time. So we know, I don't know where she is. I think there was more to it because it says in the video, it says here at the bottom, let me zoom in. The eyes, Chico, they never lie. Okay. The caption says his excuse was there's no single-use bathrooms for men. When it literally looks into the locker room. It looks into the locker room. So it was single use inside the women's locker room? Or he came out? Like, is it attached or not? What is going on with these Planet Fitness locker rooms? What's the layout? All right. I'm not going to get the blueprints out. I don't know what's going on here, but there's definitely, fam, I can't tell you why. I'm not saying she's lying. Some dude saw her tits. I don't know. I'm not saying she's lying. There's something about this. The fact that it was posted online, I feel like this is something that if someone is more calm, just hear me out. If someone is more calm or more, I feel like if it's real, you go and get a lawyer and then it comes out and you see it and it's picked up by like the New York Post or it's picked up by Libs of TikTok because, the Charlotte Chronicle, tweeted it or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And then it makes major, but it's like a local story because so-and-so like hired a lawyer and she's suing because of violation or sexual harassment or involuntary, I don't know, sexual negligence, or I don't know what the fuck you would even, depends on the state, who knows? But do you guys get it? Like, I feel like there's something, it seems weird. You would just go right to the car and like rant online. But it doesn't mean that she's wrong. We don't know the whole story. You have to, okay. So are they all the same? I mean, that they're also not necessarily all the same either. Depends on when it was built, right? Or what gym they took over. Elizabeth says you have to walk through the locker room to get to the stalls. So it says at the bottom, though, what his excuse was there's no single-use bathrooms for men. So he was in one of the stalls because there's no single-use bathrooms. And why? But again, why wasn't he in the men's bathroom then? But he was an employee. Here we go. I guess it depends on the building though, but are men's and women's locker rooms in Planet Fitness on opposite sides of the gym? They actually fucking might be. Because if it's Planet Fitness, they might keep them completely separate so it's as far away as possible because it's the most accepting and you don't even have to see a woman at the gym. Or you have to see a man. I'm sleuthing this a little bit, right? Swolock Holmes. I'm getting after it. It felt good. I felt like it needed the depth. We're in balls deep anyway. I felt like we needed to slap some sack. All right, let's get into a video, fam. Pick a number. Planet Fitness fail. Oh, we did that one already. Oh, cool. Okay, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number.
What's in the box?
Elizabeth says the restrooms or the locker rooms, the men's and women's, are right next to each other in my local Planet Fitness. I love how we have a source. I love how we have a spy. We have a double agent. Elizabeth is our Planet Fitness double agent or Planet Fitness correspondent. Elizabeth, please tell us, was there any dong in your locker room today? Dun, 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 dun. The answer is no. No dong today. No dong. No dong. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, you never know. You never know. So keep us posted. Keep us on the line. We're riveted. Thankfully, no dong. Thankfully, no dong. Let's go with Elizabeth number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
What's in the box?
Let's see. Misgendering.
Hi, I'm Ty. My pronouns are they, she. Oh my god, cute dress. Oh, thanks. Amber Lee, look at his dress. Oh, you mean their dress. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Come on, it was an accident. Okay. Ow, what the f***? Oh my god, did I just hit you? Yeah. Whatever, it was an accident. Oh, accidents can hurt, huh?
What? Yeah, that was like I don't even know what happened. Hannah says, I'm surprised this is your take on it. Have we just seen too many videos of people overreacting and forgotten that sometimes people get upset for valid reasons? Oh yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I'm not saying she's not correct either. I don't know. It's a weird, I guess it's just so normal. That's how people communicate. I'm just thinking, if someone's, does it make sense though, what I'm saying? Like, let's say that happened. You run to your car and you post it on TikTok. The crazy thing is, it's not the most like far-fetched. It makes sense. I get it. But it just seems like you blast that some dude saw your tits, my top off. It's like, why would you promote that? But I do get, of course, I would be upset too. I still don't know the whole story though. I just know that she ranted and said this is what happened. And there's a lot of people that say shit. There's a lot of people that just say shit for attention, or they exaggerate, or it wasn't that big of a deal and it was a misunderstanding and, you know, they put a tape and a sign up and it fell down. It sounds like, I don't know if the front desk didn't care or they were just like, what is happening? This woman's losing her fucking mind. And they were just like kids with like minimum wage jobs working front desk. And they're like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, there's absolutely, you're numb to it. I mean, there's so many people that just like point fingers and blame everyone else and do this all the time. They're all the time. We're watching videos nonstop of people that are blaming everyone else for their problems and blaming and making up these stories and pretending to be trans and pretending to be this, that, and the other and acting a fool and wearing a dress and saying that they don't know what a woman is and all this fucking bullshit. It's all the time. So yeah. So it's not my take. It's just my opinions. I mean, sometimes it seems like a weird thing to do, but that's where our society is what something happens, you quickly run and blast it. So it goes super viral on social media. That's my point. I guess it's just generational and where technology has matured to for the point, but it's just not my first thing to do. I wouldn't, like, I might bring it up on the podcast. Like if it's something happened to me, I might be like, yo, you're not going to believe, I might just like hint about it, but I don't know. I wouldn't blast it out for everyone. If anything, I would go to a lawyer and see if I had a case. And then if no case, I would like rant about how they wouldn't take it and no one's doing anything. So, you know. Yeah. And I think it's also that there's too many feelings out there in the sense that everything is hyper Everything's hypersensitive. Everything is a microaggression. Everything is an insult. Everything is a marginalization. Everything is an oppression. Everything is, someone did something to me. But what I do know is there shouldn't be a dude. I just know there's the reason. This is a gym. We're talking about a gym. I've worked in many gyms. I've been in so many gyms. I know how gyms work. A lot of times it's a hot mess. You have these two people maybe that do janitorial stuff, but this is an employee. I'm just saying in general, like why a man or a person would be in a locker room. And there are two, it'd be like a 24-hour fitness or an LA Fitness. And there'd be two people, employees that they're not even wearing LA Fitness uniforms. They're just kind of contracted to come in and sweep. They don't speak English. They just kind of come in and, do the stuff. And you just see two people or three people cleaning the gym. You don't know who you just know they're janitors. They clean the gym. They're taking out the trash and they're mopping the shit off the stalls and the showers and all the stuff, like just generic cleaning. So there's always people in the locker rooms, male and female. So I know there's usually like a sign. So there's an application for a male, like a man or a person, an employee to be in there. But that's not a reason. Oh, there's no single stall. And that's why I asked. That's why I asked Elizabeth. She says if there's women's or a man, if you're going to the bathroom and it's women's locker room, men's locker room, you're dude, go to the fucking right. I don't know. It's just like that shouldn't be acceptable. So I agree. I just don't know the whole story. So before I just be like, yeah, fuck that. And even as much as I am not a fan of other things that Planet Fitness has done, you guys know that. I don't make it a secret. They've done other things that should be apologized for and not enforced and such and so on and so forth. But, that shouldn't be happening no matter where it is. So it's like the accountability. What's the reason for it? What happened? But it all seems like a weird thing just to jump online and talk about how some dude saw your tits. Why would someone do that? I'm asking. This is a good conversation. Loretta says, I'm from the wrong age. I would tell a friend or family member. People post stuff. We used to hide those. People post things that we used to hide. Some things should be private. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's almost like people don't want to, or they feel helpless. Like that's not the process of how to solve the problem. If you just put it out there, you think someone else is going to swoop in and handle it, or it's going to get you attention. Because you don't post things without, and I'm just saying, I know why people post things on social media. It's for attention. I post things for attention. Wanting attention or needing attention or trying to get attention is not bad. I need people's attention to sell them a shirt. I need your attention so I can talk to you about the 7 pillars and tell you that you're being a fat fuck and you need to stop eating cake and go to the fucking gym. I need your attention for that. So if you're posting something online, it's like, hey, look at this. You're trying to get someone's attention to show them. I'm posting it just for me. Fuck that shit. You're posting it because, other people are going to see it and they're going to hopefully like it and then you'll feel good about it. It's like, I'm not posting things. Every time I post something, I want as many people as possible to see it. That's why I'm posting it. I post a lot of different things. I change things. So hopefully it can, do the Palinko thing in the fucking algorithm and, oh man, it went viral. You get one once in a while and then more people find your stuff. And yeah, I'm not posting things so no one can see them. That's ridiculous. Why would I post it? I don't just post it for me. I post it for people. I post it for you. I post it for posterity. All right. Okay, let's do another one. So again, a man should not be in the women's locker. Again, I don't know why that fucking dude was in there. There might be an application, but fuck that. Fuck that place. Go to a different gym.
What's in the box?
Man, fucking just hanging dong. They're just looking at tits. Guys just in there. If he was in, it'd be a little bit more open shut case if he was wearing a trench coat, just like naked underneath, just beaten off. All right, one more. Let's do this one. This one's called Try Being Trans, fam. We're going to end this. You ready? Try being trans. Try. Just try.
What's in the box?
Try really hard. Try.
Hi, I'm Eliana, a recovering cis person. And I'm here to tell you all about trans. Trans is a brand new medicine by the creators of queer. If you're feeling sick with the cisses, then just take trans. It'll scare the cisses right away. People will say, wow, I don't know what gender that person is, but I'm weirdly attracted to them and I don't know what that makes me. They'll also be saying, wow, I really don't know how to feel about my own gender identity after seeing them being so confident. What does that mean? So try trans today.
I'm ready for the meteor, fam. Ready for the meteor. I'm good. It's been a good run. No, let's be honest. It's been a great run. What's it been since the last wipeout? It's been 5,000 years or so, something like that. Or 12,000, right? Since the last, advanced civilization. It's let's just come on. I think we're good. I feel like that was a joke. This is the hard part. Remember that other guy with the lipstick? And it's he's probably faking it, but everyone's faking it. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. So I agree. Hans Diamondball says, was that satire? That's my first impression. That's got to be a joke, right? It's going to pause it.
Hi, I'm Eliana.
No, Jesus, shut up. Is that satire? That's the problem, is that you can't tell. That's the whole point. If they say that that's what they are, you just have to agree. That's them. That's what they do. That's you're a woman. Yep, you are, because you said so. So it's is this satire? Yeah, it's all satire. That's why the other guy, right? The guy with the lipstick, the Bachelorette, that's fake too. People are oh, that's an act. What's this? I'm telling you, what's this? That's a moose knuckle. Look at that. That's a ball sack. Look, that's tucked to the side, right? Isn't that sack? I can't zoom in. That's ball bag, right? Let's zoom in. Let's get a picture. Let's punch in on that. Great. That's a cock and balls, dude. Jesus Christ.
Emotional damage.
Hadouken! Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, tyrannical tuck, that ain't it. You can level up your game. That's weak sauce.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical
That's tiny tuck. That's tiny tuck. That ain't even typical. That's not typical. That's tiny tuck. Right? That was the first one. That's tiny tuck. No, that's tiny tuck. Sheena says he didn't even do tiny tuck. That's definitely tiny. That's not typical. You think that's a typical tuck? Not even close. Not even close. And I'm definitely I am a tucking novice. I know nothing about tucking, but just the word itself, that's tiny, because you got put one nut back there. Or is what is that? What is that? Do you snip the shaft, or is the shaft vertical? I feel like one nut's back behind the other, and that's a little chode. Or the dick is the shaft is pulled back, and there's the two sack on top, like Mickey Mouse ears.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
I love this show. Oh, this is great. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. That is what we call, that's how he's playing a game called Hide the Salchicha right there. Bruh.
Ever served in a forward area?
Yeah. I can't believe that freeze. That's Chundergunch right there. So again, this is This is a troll. It's all a troll. It's a dude masquerading as a woman. So when is that not a troll? Oh, the other guy's trolling. What? This is a dude. It's a dude, bro. Look at the jungus. Look at that shit. Great Scott! Look at that fucking thing. Look at that. Uh-huh. Got a couple rolls of quarters in there. Jeez. Fucking walking around with a sack of nickels, dog. Bruh.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn!
No need to stop being a lady. Okay. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Normalize the bulge.
What the fuck is that?
All right. Let's get after it. Let's do a throwback and then we'll give away the swole card. Let's do a throwback. Let's see. Yo. All right, let's do a throwback. We got a Churchy. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, mamas. Baby girl. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. Mwah. 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 Churchy. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. Don't be sad. Give me kisses. Show your smiling face. Give us all the kisses. Oh, look at that sweet boy. Aww. Mr. Tainty boy. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, he's such a sweet baby boy. Look at that. Look at that boy. He's there. Look, both of them are here every day. You know? That boy is here every day and he's got a little bit of a heat rash. Poor baby. Poor baby boy. It's been really hot down here, so put some aloe vera on it earlier. He was scratching, so now he feels a little bit better. Yeah, he's a thick boy. He's a big boy. Yeah. He's such a cutie. Oh, Mr. Mustard. He's the mustard man. Oh, Tainty boy. Look at you. She's such a sweet little lady. And now she's pawing at me. Look, she goes to the edge. Hey, cutie. Boopsie. Poor fucking dog. All right. All right. Let's see. Lacey says, are you guys hotter than average right now? We are. It feels really hot. It was really hot the last couple days. I don't know if it's hotter than average, though. It's always so fucking hot in Florida. It's always so hot. Yeah. I mean, hotter than normal. I mean, it's Florida. It's normally hot as balls. Let me see. I don't know what the record is. But it's you know, it's really humid and it's low mid 90s, so yeah, it's hot. All right, so I just looked down on my app and it says 4 degrees above average. So yeah, I guess it is hotter than what the average is, or average in general, according to the app. Anyway, yeah, it's been hot. It's been hot. Just humid. And of course, perfect time for my cold plunge to not work. So let's watch this video. So I can't jump in the. I guess I could still get ice. I could still get ice and drop it in. So I could do a cold plunge. I just don't want to get. I don't want to buy another chiller. I'm tired of buying these fucking things. All right, let's do this throwback.
that just keeps barking up the same. I hate to be the person that just keeps barking up the same tree, barking up the same. My first impressions are always ruined.
No one gives a fuck.
If you're a fat person, if you're overweight, if you're plus size, whatever you want to call it, you guys always get mad at me for calling it fat, but whatever.
Well, that's what it is.
Your life is just set up for you. It really is, because you no longer get a first impression.
What?
If you're fat, your first impression is that you're fat.
Yep.
Oh my God, are you saying people have eyes and they see you before they talk to you? This is why being in good shape matters.
You don't get to be funny. You don't get to be quirky. You don't get to be cute. You don't get to be anything.
You need to see a therapist.
You don't get to be attractive. Well, those personal choices are starting to backfire. Yeah, it's going to catch up. It's going to catch up. It's going to catch up sooner rather than later. All right, fam. Time to give away the Swole card. Here we go. Oh, the Tainty Man. Hi, sweet boy. Aww. Hi, sweet boy.
Hi, puppy.
All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Are you ready? It's Swole Slut Saturday after all. Swole Slut Saturday. It's Swole Slut Saturday. We got a winner. Oh, it is Aaron in the Telegram chat. What up, Beesh? Congratulations. All right.
Congratulations!
Aaron's got another card for his freezer. Send us an email to support@snormus.com. Swole card 2976 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email. And we'll send you today's Swole card. It's fucking rigged, is it? Is it rigged, Tainty Man? Did you rig it? Did you rig it? Did you rig it this time? I told you not to rig it. I told you we were done. No more rigging. Remember last time? That was the last time you rig. Yeah. Hey. God damn it. Yeah, his like arm has a little bit of a rash. I gotta go put some more aloe on him. All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. Poor baby. It's so hot. It's so hot. So hot. I know. It itches. All right, beaches. We'll see you tomorrow for Ask Papa Swolio. Thanks for being here. And check out the links down below. Join the fam. All that good stuff. Congratulations, Aaron. And we'll see you mañana. Peace, McGee's, deuce, magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard to the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No,